The area of East New York was settled by various Native American tribes. The Hamaco, I believe their name was, the Canarsie tribe, and the Rockaways, and they used the southern tip of what is today East New York as a fishing ground because there were many creeks there which led out into Jamaica Bay. At the northern end of East New York, the northeastern edge of East New York, there was a bunch of hills. Those hills were actually used by the British to ambush George Washington's men in the Battle of Brooklyn, or what some call the Battle of Long Island, during the American Revolutionary War. By the 1650s, the Dutch had finally expanded out to settle in this same area, starting 3 major towns: Bushwick, Flatbush, and New Lots. The infamous neighborhood of East New York actually started off as the town of New Lots, founded during the same period in the 1650s. Roughly 200 years later, a wealthy merchant from Connecticut named John Pitkin moved to the area and purchased the town of New Lots. He started a shoe factory on what is today Williams and Pitkin Ave. And this was the guy, by the way, who Pitkin Avenue was named after. This was also the person who changed the name from New Lots to East New York to signify to the rest of the world that this side of town was indeed the eastern end of New York City. So actually, New Lots was a town within the town. It was a town within the town of Flatbush. Now, after World War II, a lot of manufacturing jobs vanished. And during the same time, you had floods of Puerto Ricans, West Indians, and blacks from the South, as well as other people migrating from various places around the world, coming to New York City for those same jobs that weren't even there any longer. So it created a bundle of chaos, so to speak. And then you begin to have these pockets of crime-infested areas, a heavily problematic situation, as you could imagine, was still unfolding to this very day. East New York at one time was primarily Russian. Also, Italians came in from various other parts as they began to get more and more crowded as Brooklyn began to develop and evolve into what it eventually became today, which is almost about to rival Manhattan.